Welcome back to Tendencies. I'm Jreese,
I am Jay Suave.
and we are back with another episode. If you tuned in last week, I just want to say thank you, and if you're new, welcome. Today, we have a very special episode as we're going back in time a little bit, a little time travel. We're going back to our high school, middle school days, back playing football, pads, everything. You excited, bro?
I am excited because if y'all don't even know, that's kind of how me and Jreese actually met, was through football. We had a class together, well, at least my freshman year, his sophomore year. But that was kind of one of the things that kind of brought us together just as friends. So
Yeah, man, football and bringing people together.
yeah, and don't even try to make this seem like y'all are living in the past. No.
No, we're not. We're not living in the past. It's just nice to reminisce every now and then about what had happened.
Most definitely. It's good to talk about with the guys what happened.
So this is the one episode we're gonna lay everything out. Probably won't come back to it, so you can't say we are living in the past. It's our one episode talking about it. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Football. Everybody knows is a real physical sport. I don't think I've had any moments where I got like what was his name? Like Sean Taylor laid out dude in the Pro Bowl. Never had a moment like that, but let me know any of your, this is a real physical moment, a real physical sport moment, in the game of football.
I didn't really, well, it happened in middle school, most definitely. And I had a really physical team in middle school, and my team was a bunch of dogs. I'll say that. And probably our best player, I'm not even finna name drop him, but our best player, we usually like did these hitting drills before practice, like for real started. We did that. And one time, like, bro, it was like 5 in the morning. Well, not even 5. It was probably like 5:50, 6 o'clock. And when I tell y'all, this man, first hit, this man almost takes my helmet off. And, like, we're like halfway into the season. Like, I know that a lot of people go through the motions, like, whenever it's, like, pre-practice drills, stuff like that. And I get that some people take it seriously, some people don't. But I feel like this guy kind of had like a vendetta against me too, because we didn't really like each other. Because I used to hit him back too. So
Bro was waiting for the moment, just like Draymond.
Yeah, most definitely. I hit him back too. But this man almost took my helmet off one time, and I was just like, bro, you doing way too much at 6 o'clock in the morning. But that's when I figured out it was like a for real physical sport. Because, I mean, I played tackle football from, third grade all the way up until senior year of high school, but I never like really noticed until I got to middle school. Whenever I'm seeing people who are a couple inches taller than me, who weigh like 30 more pounds than me. So whenever I kind of saw that, I definitely like people in middle school definitely like to pick on you too. And I wasn't even a small kid in middle school. I was a pretty big kid. But at the same time, it was also like, dang, this is really physical. So
Yeah, man. I definitely had one of those moments. I didn't play football, tackle, or like any organized football before until I got to middle school. So I played a lot of, just pick up, just a lot of games with my friends. I got to 7th grade, did a whole year of tackle football. Ain't no problems, right? I was like, oh, this is light work. Like people always complaining about this is hard, this is too physical. I don't know what they're talking about. I get to 8th grade, and I'm thinking it's more the same. That year I'm finally starting at corner. And then it was a game against Clark, and I get a pick six first drive of the game, right? Ball lands in my hands, boom, I'm gone. I'm chilling, right? I'm playing corner the rest of the game. Later that game, my coach was like, because I played both, because you had to play both ways in middle school. So I was playing running back, and I was playing corner. So I'm over at running back. He's like, hey, coach. Coach was like, hey, come over here, Reese. He's like, I'm going to put you in, because he's an old dude, so he has one of those raspy voices. I'm going to put you in right now. I was like, all right. And then we ran a pitch play to the left, okay? And then trips to the left, it was a single backfield. It wasn't a shotgun. It was single back. So center was under quarterback was under center. So I just it was set up perfectly, right? If I had done this, if everything went right, if everything went to plan, I would score a touchdown. But I'm gonna let you guess what happened during this play.
Everything went wrong, bro. You had to story tell this for me, bro, because I want to imagine.
Okay. Not everything went wrong, all right? Plays perfect to the left, right? I'm ready right behind my quarterback, my boy T. Rent. I'm like, I'm ready for this, baby. Let's go. And let me tell you, back in middle school, I was stupid, right? Like, because when I got to high school in the 9th grade, I was only less than 108 pounds. And then, so imagine how much I weighed in middle school, okay?
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, and I'm over here. I'm ready, right? So, ball snap. I'm running, right? I'm thinking, I got this. I'm about to go score a freaking touchdown. I'm the greatest in the world. I got a pick six, my second touchdown of the game right here, baby. Catch the ball. And then the thing is, though, when I caught the ball, I was on the right side of the field. All the blocks were on the left side of the field. so, so my quarterback threw it over his shoulder while he's getting hit. I catch the ball. I look up. I see a big old DN running full speed at me while I'm trying to stop and grab the ball.
Oh, no.
Boom! I was tasting colors, bro. I was like, okay. I was like, that's how I feel to get hit now. I see.
Bro said, welcome to defense, bro.
I was like, oh my goodness. And I go over to the sideline. My coach over there laughing. He was like, if you would have went the right way, you would have scored. I was like, I know. I didn't go the right way, though.
Crazy.
Crazy thing is, during practice, I kept going the wrong way and everything. But then later that season, I get in at running back, and I have big holes, and I go through the holes, and it's just me, a linebacker, or a safety. But I'm over here because I wasn't starting at running back. So the dudes in front of me, they were trucking people and all that. I was like, I can do that. It's like, that's light. I'm over here trying to truck people, and I'm shifty. So like, if I try to juke them, I'm going to juke them. But I wasn't trying to juke. I was just trying to run people over at like 80, 90 pounds. So it wasn't working out too good for me.
Yeah.
But
there was also, this happened in my sophomore year of high school. It was my first year on varsity, and this didn't even happen to me. I watched it happen, and it was so bad. So one of my boys, I was on the offensive line with Eduardo. When I tell you, he was on punt, he was a long snapper, and we played Frisco High School. He's running down there, and bro catches the ball. This man, Eduardo, got blindsided so bad. It was insane. Like, you watch it back on film, and you're like, holy, that guy might have just died. If, like, you didn't know, you'd be like, yeah, that kid's dead. And when I tell you, this man got up and ran to the wrong sideline. He ran to the wrong sideline and doesn't even remember running to the wrong sideline. And then he comes back, and it's just like, bro, it was our last game of the year. So it was like he was good. But, you know, he did have a concussion. So
yeah, definitely going to the wrong sideline, you got a concussion.
Yeah, he had a concussion.
Man, there was another moment in my 10th grade year. It was in practice, and I was in that corner. My boy Shannon, he's a left tackle. He was a right tackle. So it was a screen pass to the right side, and I'm over here about to blow up the screen. I juke out Shannon, and then the running back cuts back inside towards the middle of the field. I'm like, okay. I go around Shannon. I go towards the middle of the field where towards the linebackers, and he cuts back outside again. So I'm like, God, I don't know what this dude doing. This dude suck. I'm about to go tackle him because this running back is like the third, fourth string running back. So I know I'm about to tackle him and everything. And he's running back to the right side of the field. And I'm like, oh, I got it. I plant my feet in. I turn my head. Shannon's there waiting for me. Big right tackle. Bro's like 6'3", and I'm just like, oh, snap. Boom. Knocks me over.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's that old line work. That old line work.
I'm just there laying on the ground like, what just happened? Shane is like, hey, come on, big dog, you good? I was like, I guess I am. I guess I am. Like, bro was big, man.
That's that old line work for you, baby. Come on now.
Like, I don't think I've ever gotten trucked though. I think I've always got like people are trying to truck me, but I get the tackle anyway, so I don't really count that as a truck. You feel me?
My trench babies, my trench dogs.
Man, one more time I realized, this is physical. It was my senior year. I know you remember the clip of because it was a busted coverage, right? It wasn't my fault. It was the other side of the field. So I was in man. And then on the other side of the field, they're in cover 3, and the corner didn't go deep on cover 3. He sat there like because he thought it was cover 2. So it was a free post shot across where his hash would be.
Yeah.
So they threw the post shot, but I'm there, so because I had to make up speed, so I came over. I'm like, I'm about to tackle this dude because I was having a pretty good game. It's my first game starting on varsity, and then bro stiff arms me. When I say I got dribbled, bro dribbled me, scored a touchdown. And like the stiff arm wasn't the worst part of that situation. The worst part was after, and then you said, "Bro, you're on Twitter." I was like, "What do you mean I'm on Twitter?" I was like, "What do you mean I'm on Twitter?"
Yo, I saw this man on Twitter the night of, bro.
It's just me getting dribbled on Twitter, bro.
The night of, I see Jreese getting stiff-armed on Twitter, and it was probably the funniest thing I done seen throughout my whole high school career.
Man, that was insane, bro.
Bro, and I have another one. This isn't even, like, anything physical,
Mm-hmm.
but whenever this happened, bro, like, there's no coming back from this. So we ended up playing Reedy High School my junior year. We lost that game by 40, bro. It was bad. But we had a play. It was a run play, and then I don't know which run play it is, but they have a linebacker. His name was Will Harbor.
Oh,
and
my
I know,
goodness. I know Will Harbor.
You know
I
Will
know
Harbor.
about that dude.
He plays for the Naval Academy right now. And when I tell y'all, I went up to go block this man. This man juked me out of my shoes, and I was on my knees. I
had you on your knees.
I was on my knees, and I'm just looking at my sideline, and I'm looking at our like side of the stadium where like all of our fans are, and I'm like, bro, everybody just saw me on my knees. Like, there's no coming back from this at all. And then I'm walking back to the huddle, and Will is talking to the other linebacker. He's like, bro, I just juked 65 out of shoes. I was like, sheesh.
Bro, I've been juked that bad too, bro. It was my first game at safety because I didn't play safety at all. And our safety got hurt my senior year when I finally got moved to varsity. So I played one game of corner. Then I started playing safety and corner and nickel. So I was playing all over the field. This is my first game at safety. It was right after the bye, and then I was still getting used to it because I wasn't ready. I didn't have an experience of it in a game setting, so I'm over here getting used to that. And then one of the receivers caught the ball. Bro's running towards me. I'm like, I'm about to hit him real quick. I chop my feet, get ready to get low and break the tackle. Bro said, yeet, yeet. I was like, oh. I was hitting the late nay, bro. I had one hand back like I'm playing Twister.
No.
Other hand
backwards?
in the air. Other hand in the air, bro. And the thing is, this is Independence. So my boys are on the other sideline laughing. Like, oh, Jreese. Like, what's happening? I'm over here stuck. I'm like, oh, like, bro, it's like that meme. I went, oh.
Oh my god.
Like, I got juked, bro. I was like, dang, bro scored the touchdown too. So it was even worse. Like, I was the last head of the fence, bro.
That is insane.
Like, I've never been juked before, and that was the only time I've ever been juked. And bro, when I tell you, I got my ankles snatched from me. Like, I was not ready because I'm normally snatching the ankles.
Same. That was the last time I was juked, bro. By Will Harbor, I was like, I'll never end up like that again.
That was the first and last time I was ever juked.
Boy, I was working on my footwork on the sideline. Boy, I was like, that won't happen to me again.
Man, we're talking about varsity experiences. What was your first varsity experience, man?
So my first varsity experience was actually, well, I'll just talk about the scrimmage I did first. And we watch film, of course. And we're on our way to the scrimmage. And I find out that the guy I'm going against is a Notre Dame commit. And keep in mind, y'all, I am a sophomore at this point. My school just opened that year. I'm on varsity. And it's just like, bro, this guy's a senior, Notre Dame commit. And I'm just like, ain't no way. The school was Nolan Catholic. They also had their running back who I think he plays for, I don't know, Washington now. His name's Emeka. But yeah, bro, it was just, that was a pretty bad scrimmage for me, I'll say. But it honestly it gave me kind of a sense of what to
expect.
Yeah, it gave me a sense of what to expect. And for me to, like, get that as my first experience, I was like, okay, like, I need to be to the point where if I can block a guy like this, I can block anybody. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that was a really good first experience, but also a really bad first experience. That guy was killing me. So
Man, I was also cooked in my first scrimmage, man. It was my senior year. That's when I finally got on varsity. And I played good that whole last season back when I was on JV because that was my first time getting experience at getting a chance to be a starter because, you know, there was like a whole bunch of upperclassmen that were starting over me. So junior year, I was a starter on JV. Then I played really well in the spring ball. Then we got to the summer 7-on-7 tournaments, and I wasn't playing that great. And then I was like, I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't serious about football, so I skipped a whole month of practice in July. I didn't go to any practice in July. I didn't play the first 2 games, and then that scrimmage I didn't do really good either. So when I finally got a chance to play for real in like an actual game, this was the third game of the season. We were going against Red Oak, and we were getting blown out. So they had put me in, and then it was at the like halfway through the second quarter. So I'm gonna lay it out for you, right? I'm gonna tell you the story, right? They put me in that corner. I'm in the game. I'm like, all right, like we're getting blown out. I can't do much worse in the corners that we're in because we're obviously getting cooked right now. So I'm over here, and we're in base coverage. So to the strong side of the field or wherever it has the most receivers, we're playing cover 4. On the backside, we're either playing cover 2 or we're playing cover 3. So I'm on the backside. I'm playing cover 3. I have a single receiver on my side, on the short side of the field, on the left side. And then on the other side, they got trips. And then the play starts. I'm in cover 3, so I'm squeezing the hash because the quarterback's looking for his right side, trying to look me off and throw a go route on the left side of the field where I'm guarding. And then he does that the first play, and then he overthrows it. But the thing is, when I speed turn, I get there really quick. So I'm like, oh, I was like, okay. I was like, I can get the ball if he does that again, because they think they can test me because I'm not very tall. So next play, they get kind of the same formation. I'm like, no shot. They run the same play, and they target me again. I'm like, that's gonna be dumb. They do the same thing. They look over to the right. I squeeze the hash, but I don't squeeze as hard because I expect the ball coming my way. He looks back over, and I'm like, I'm ready. Speed turn. The ball's up in the air, and then I beat him to the ball. I catch the ball, get tackled, but I get the interception. And that was like the second play I ever played on a varsity game. I'm over hype. I'm running with the ball like I had just scored. I'm like, even though we're down by 30, but everyone's like, yeah, let's go. Because the day before that, coach was like, hey Reese, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you don't wear gloves tomorrow for the game, I'm not gonna let you dress, cause all spring ball and all practice, all I did was drop footballs. So I was like,
wearing no gloves as a corner is insane.
I was like, okay, I didn't think I needed them, but I put them on and I got an interception. So I guess I needed them.
And that means you got no drip.
And then coach came over to me and he said, what I tell you about them damn gloves? It's like, what I tell you? I was like, I guess you was right. But then that season went pretty good for me. I had 3 interceptions on the season. I had a forced fumble. And then early in the season, bro, like that first game, because after that week we went to the bye. Then I told you about when I got dribbled.
Yeah.
But that week, because they were like, all right, we're gonna play man like halfway through the game, because like zone they were cooking the zone, and I wasn't great at man, so I was like what? He was like, no, we're running man. First play I'm in man, the runs are an out route, yank yank. And got my ass like, oh
no.
I was like, oh.
Oh no.
No, I was like, all right, let me do it. Let me get back. Let me get back. Next play, my man, dink press, beats the press, gone, hit me on a post. They didn't throw them the ball. They was looking this way. I was like, oh shit. And then we ain't ran man the rest of the game. So like, okay, that's bet. So during practice we ran a lot more man. I got better throughout the season, bro. And it all led up to when ultimately I played Ryan Watts. He went to Little Elm. He went to
Little Elm.
He went to Little Elm? Mm-hmm. He was Little Elm. He was their best player on the whole team. He played receiver and he played corner. So he's playing both sides of the ball. He was the best receiver, and he's obviously the best corner. He's playing right now for University of Texas. So he's their best receiver. And then halfway through the game, they make an adjustment because my boy Norman was on the other side, and we were playing a lot of zone that game. And then my boy Norman, he was getting cooked. And then I was like, all right. And then they're like, hey, I want y'all to switch sides. Because at that point I was already a starter, and I was playing both. And that was when our safety came back. So I was still playing safety a little bit sometimes, but I was playing mostly corner again. So I was playing corner, and they had said, I want you to guard him. So it was just me, him, press, right? I had a little bit of safety help. And lock, bro. I had him on locks. Like the one time me and Norman forgot to switch, he scored a touchdown. But every other time, had him on locks, because that's when I realized, hey, I'm going to start holding. I was holding James Rabbit. Like, it wasn't a mean hold, like, because every corner that plays football holds a little bit. Yeah. So I was just it was little holds. There was one play that I still think about today because I'm really mad it happened. He threw a deep ball. I'm in man. I'm at his hip, right? I'm running side by side with him. They throw it, and then I have one arm out and I have one arm. It's just still on the hip because I knew I was going to pick it off, so I just swatted the ball away. And then they had called pass interference on me. I was like, what? I was like, I'm at the hip. I went for the ball. I was like, I'm doing it. Like, there's nothing you can call passing interference on right there. And they're like, I was over tripping. But we won that game, locked them up. And then that was the 9th game of the season we had. And then the game after was when we played Lone Star. You know who?
Bro,
if you don't know who the starting receiver was for Lone Star at the time, it was Marvin Mims. Like Marv. That's like I was like, that's my guy Marv over there. But I'm not guarding, bro. Like, bro. Like that, y'all understand, that season, bro broke the record for in the state for most receiving yards in a single season. I was like, I'm not guarding him, man. They're like, we want you to press him. I was like, I don't know who we is. I don't know who you is. I'm not pressing him. You better get Kyle over here. Kyle runs track. Kyle's probably the second fastest player on our team. Have him guard him.
Bro, when I tell y'all, after the Little Elm game, I probably saw like 5 Snapchats of everyone cheering and be like, we finna go beat Lone Star and go to playoffs. Bro.
Not me. Not me. I ain't say that shit. That was stupid.
That was the funniest thing I saw all night.
Because Jay came to that game, and Jay was like, look at Jreese out there. He's like, that boy's scared. That boy got to guard Bob. That boy's scared. Look at him yelling at the sideline.
Bro.
Because the gameplay was a double team, and Kyle wasn't there, so I was in single coverage against Marvin Mims. I was like, hey, coach, where the hell's Kyle? And then Kyle came over. Like, Kyle got tired after a play. Then they took him out because he just had got off of offense. So I was pressing on him. And then he ran the screen. I got him on the screen. Bro, stiff armed me out of bounds.
I remember that.
But, hey, I got that tackle because he went out of bounds, too. So I got the tackle.
Bro, he ain't go down, though.
I don't care.
Stiff
Bro didn't advance the ball. Bro did not advance the ball.
Oh, my God. Because it's a screen, bro.
I know. Hey,
he was outside the numbers.
Good. I did my job. And then later he got one pass on me, which was like a hook route. I tried to tackle him. Bro was strong. Had to wait. I just held him still till the safety got there. And that was like the second. That was the best receiver I guarded that season. The second best was probably your cousin. And then we played really good that game. It was like a real back and forth. Not Lone Star. Lone Star, we lost 70-7, man. But
yeah, that was a terrible game. And even at least my first varsity experience, at least for game wise, we ended up playing Salina in Toyota Stadium. If y'all know, that's the FC Dallas Stadium. Yeah. And Salina was really good those couple of years. I'm pretty sure they went 7-3 the year we lost to them. And they were like one of the best teams in 3A or 4A at the time. And that being our first game was insane. We lost 55-0, guys. But I ended up playing this one guy. He was like 6'5", like 190, playing D-end. And then the other guy, his name's Kagan Roach. He plays for the University of North Texas right now, I'm pretty sure. And it was just one of the craziest. Like, I even had a pair of cleats. We had custom cleats that year because, like, I don't know how, like, Frisco did things, but we had custom cleats. And the paint literally was coming off of my cleats because I was sweating, bro. Like the sweat from my helmet coming off, dripping on my shoes, bro. And then my cleats are just, like, generic now, bro. It was so bad. But it was honestly, it was a really fun game. We ended up, the one game we won that year was against the team that opened up a year before us, Lebanon Trail. And that was the most fun game I probably ever played of football.
I think I was at that game when Niles and Adam both got ejected.
That was the year after.
Oh, that was the year after?
Yeah. So the year that we won, it was a crazy game. It was like 45-43 or something like that. Or 40, it was like 45-41 maybe. I know they couldn't get a field goal because they tried to score. But at that point, bro, we ended up having to score on a drive with like 5 minutes left in the game. We end up throwing just a little quick screen to the left side of the field. Our wide receiver, Jacoby's over there. And they got 2 receivers over there. One receiver blocks, and I'm playing left tackle at the time. So I go out. I go get the corner. When I tell you, I cracked that man, bro. It was crazy. And Jacoby took that thing like 45 yards. He got fetched. I was so mad, y'all. I was so mad. I was like, ain't no way we're really about to run another play after we ran this screen. But that was like one of my favorite plays from high school in general. We ended up losing every single other game, but like, bro, it was our first year open. You can't even blame us, bro.
Nah, I blame you, though.
You can blame me all you want, bro. But definitely that was the probably the most fun I've had in the game because like it was actually competitive, bro. Like we didn't have one of those for a minute, and then just basically after the game, we were all hyped, screaming and stuff like that. We're like, yeah, reading next week. That didn't go well. But I mean, we took our picture. I still got the poster of us after that game, and everyone just had a smile on their face, bro. It was a big moment for us.
Man, I'm gonna bring it back to what I was saying about your cousin Evan Stewart.
Yeah.
Because that game, we played him. It was his sophomore year, I think, and it was a really good game. But what had happened was it was like so close that they were going on a game winning drive, right? So they threw it deep to Evan Stewart. I was a deep safety, and I was in cover 2, so I was the only safety back there. And it was a jump ball between me and him. And Evan Stewart's a big receiver, and I'm 5'8". So
That boy got hops.
I had to make a business decision there. It's either I go try to get the interception in the jump ball and get Moss and scored on, or I go up with him, let him catch it, just so I can tackle him and we can play another down. I decided to let him play another down. Right? People might get on me like, you got Moss. I'm like, nah, man. I let him catch that thing because it's either he scored there or we keep him down and get another chance to stop him.
If it was me, I would have jumped up there and swatted it.
And see, I would have got Moss. I already know. It was their best player, and then the other best player was their quarterback. That quarterback was big, dude. Like he took off. I think they had a linebacker at quarterback.
Yeah, they had Keldrick Luster.
Like bro was over there. Bro, like I remember because I was playing corner and safety that game. So when I was at corner, I came from the other side of the field to tackle him. I was getting dragged. My boy came over. He was getting dragged. Another dude came over, jumped on his back. He was getting dragged. It took 4 people to bring him down to the ground. So it was he was swole, bro. But then I remember they put me back. So I was still at safety, but I was playing backside now. And then that's where Evan was. So we had double teamed him because they were going to try to throw a slant to him. So he had a corner over top playing cover 3, and I was underneath. So they threw the slant. I knew it. I was right there to pick off the slant. And then if they overthrew him, I was able to tip it or anything. And we had the corner in the back getting it. And on the other side, we had my boy AJ. AJ got the game-sealing interception. And I got to say, that's because I let him catch that ball. If I didn't let him catch that ball, because like our offense was good, but I didn't trust our offense to go down in like a minute to go score all the way down the field. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and stop him right here and just let him catch this thing, and then rather than him go score on me. So I was like, hey, I made a business decision then. But let's talk about pregame because, before every game.
Before we get into that.
Oh, before, okay.
I also want to talk about Evan Stewart. And when I tell you, whenever we played this man, it wasn't even the fact that he had, like, big catches. But when I tell y'all, this man would catch a screen and take it 60 yards. and bro, it was crazy watching him in real life, bro. And we were literally talking like 2 weeks before the game. I was at his crib. We were like, yeah, bro, ain't no way we lose to y'all, bro. And we were both talking our mess to each other at his crib. I was talking to his dad. And I was like, we were just like, we'll see, basically. And I was so mad because the offense had the game of their lives. We scored like 55 points and still lost. Like, there's no reason to score 55 and still lose. But you got Evan, you got Keldrick Luster, bro. That was a dynamic duo that year for sure. And definitely Eastu, the best player I've seen in high school, most definitely. So
you ain't seen Marvin Mims play. You ain't seen.
Bro, I promise you. I promise you, Eastu was better.
You don't know about that, Marvin. Marvin Mims broke the record for receiving yards in a single season in the state of Texas, bro. Like, bro was a Denver Bronco. Bro.
You gonna see Evan in the draft next year.
Right, we'll see.
He gonna be in that draft in Green Bay. He gonna go to a team, make him great. Bro
comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, makes you sick.
Bro, I'll cry. Come to the Panthers, bro.
Bro, y'all be straight. Y'all got Adam Thielen.
Oh, nah.
But let's go ahead and talk about our pregame rituals. I'm going to go ahead and say mine first because it's not much. But just starting in the 10th grade, before every game, I don't know how it happened, but I had one good game. And that was because I had started listening to Post Malone before every game. Yeah. So I made it after that. Every game before we played, I had a Post Malone playing either an album or some of his songs. I remember my junior year, I played a lot of Beer Bongs and Bentley. I listened to that album a whole bunch. And then that's really all my pregame rituals. I did that, ate a little food, ate a little chicken, and then got into the game. What about you, man?
For me, bro, me and my boy Omar, we started this. It was the year that the second Creed came out.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it was my junior year, so it might have been his senior year. And we were in that thing. And when I tell you, we would do the 1 foot in. We would do the 1 foot in technique that they did inside the tire. You know what I'm talking about?
Can't remember, man. It's been a while since I've seen Creed 2.
We'll have to show you. But we did we did that, and then we literally just be boxing and stuff like that, basically. And that was our pregame ritual technique type thing. And then like after that, we'd run out the tunnel, stuff like that. We'd obviously do like a pregame prayer before with like everybody. Mm-hmm. But then after, we'd get the whole offensive line and just get everybody. We do our like little own prayer like behind the bench and stuff like that. Make sure everybody's straight. Make sure everybody's locked in, basically. Because we were the closest unit on the team. Mm-hmm. Like, there was no other unit that did stuff with each other like we did.
That's every. I feel like that's every school though. Every offensive line group is always the closest people on this field.
Most definitely. And then there was a song I listened to before every game I played. And the thing is, I started listening to it like my 8th grade year, but I didn't start listening to it before every game until like my sophomore year. And it's because of this guy that shoots videos. His name is Ibi Fury. I don't know how to say his name, but like it's just IBIFIRI.MP4. And he literally I watched his videos all throughout middle school and high school, and he dropped this one video on Texas high school playoffs. And I was watching the whole thing, and I was literally like watching the video crying because I'm like, this is so beautiful, bro. Like, and that's the song he had in there. And he would have teams like, have like all the kids running around, like with all the like one school cities and stuff like that. And it's just crazy to see like how towns can really be behind one school like that. You see guys getting emotional over like their last games, state championships in the playoffs and stuff. Like seeing him really shoot all of that and capture all of that emotion that they had was insane, and I really liked it. And he had that song on the video, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to this song every time because it gets me to feel football.
I got
bro.
you. It gets you going.
Yeah, like it literally makes me feel like I'm about to play football. And then other than that, I just listen to whatever is going on in the locker room, really. And that was mainly it. Besides, we had like we always had like a couple guys getting taped too. We had like all of our trainers. I only let one person tape me, bro, because they own the other people. I was just like, y'all are good trainers. Y'all are amazing. But I'm only letting the main people tape me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because they be making my stuff too tight. And I'm just like,
they know how you like it.
Yeah, like it didn't even feel good if it wasn't them for real. Then at the same time, what's it called? I'd always, I forget. There was one more thing. It might come back to me later, but we can go on.
I've like we said earlier, we've been playing football for a while, right?
Yep.
I was playing for 6 years, and then you played even longer than I did. Do you have any moments where you felt like quitting or any doubts when you were playing football?
I didn't necessarily feel like quitting ever, but I've only had my doubts once, and that was whenever COVID hit. So whenever COVID had hit and we couldn't go back to school, it was like March 13th at the time. We had a what's it called, track meet that day. And after that, we go back home, realize that we can't go back to school, and we didn't even get any information about football. We still had workouts and everything. We'd go to the workouts, but we'd be wearing masks and stuff like that. We had to bring our own water jug, stuff like that. So it was cool. But during that whole summer, like that we didn't know what was gonna go on. Like I didn't think we'd get a season, like for real. And it was one of the moments in my life I was like, well, what am I gonna do if this doesn't work out? And that was one of the things like I was really skeptical about, because I didn't have any offers coming out of my junior year. Like the year I got all my offers was my senior year, and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, what am I really gonna do? Because like other than that, I've played football at that point for the last 8 years, 9 years at that point, and I'm like, it's been my life. So what would I really do without it? And I was just like, and COVID was kind of like a depressing time for me too, and yeah, it was just kind of a depressing time. So it was just one of those things. I was like it was just crazy, bro. And then I ended up, it was like July, and we ended up getting news from UIL saying that we were gonna have a football season, and I was like, oh my goodness, let's get this back going, baby. And I was excited. I ended up working out like 3 times a day. And that just the most exciting thing. We started football season in September, like the middle of September, which you'll never do because you always start like August 31st. Yeah. So like that was a pretty good time for me. We ended in December, but that was really the only time I've ever had my doubts. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know that must have been real hard on you because you like you said, you were playing for a real long time. I've also had my doubts, specifically when I was a junior. Because when I was a junior, like I said, I was a JV. I was on JV as a junior. And then all my other friends, they're on varsity, and I'm the only one on JV. So I was already not feeling pretty great. But then I had a couple people like, hey, yo, man, like, this dude sucks, man. Like, why you even hanging with him and stuff like that? I'm like, dang, that really hit me. Cause y'all supposed to be my boys, and y'all over here talking about me and about how my back and stuff. So I took that a little personal, but that's not really what made me lose my kind of my love for the game. But it was really coaching, cause I had a coach that I felt like really didn't mess with me. I don't know if he actually did or didn't. So and I don't plan on asking him that, but it's just I didn't feel like he didn't like me. So that whole season, right? I would go through games, do practice. And then I just had the feeling he wasn't messing with me. And then I remember one game of that season, I got an interception. It wasn't a great interception. It was pretty okay, but he wasn't at the game, so he heard about it. And then I was happy for it because I was having a really good year that year. And then he was like, "Oh, I heard you got an interception. That's pretty good." I was like, "Thanks, coach," but like that's my position coach, right? I want to hear him get hyped for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hype me up. And there was one game, I had one defensive player of the week for that game because they were in their red zone and they had first down they had thrown my way to the guy I was guarding. I broke it up. The second down they threw it again my way, broke it up. Third down they had thrown it my way, I broke it up. And then the play at fourth down they had gone for it. They ran the ball up the middle. They scored a touchdown. And they went for it for 2. They threw it my way again. I broke it up. So I had like a whole sequence where they kept testing me and I kept breaking the ball up. And then every one of the other coaches, right, coaches on the sideline, they're like hyping me up. And then I went to school the next day. The other coaches that weren't there, they were hyping me up. And then my position coach, who I really was I was excited to hear him hype me up for once. He ain't say nothing to me about it. So I was like, all right, I see how it is. And we get to a point in the season where they drug test everybody, and I wasn't smoking, drinking like that. But all the corners that were on varsity, every single one of them, they were all seniors, and they all failed their drug test, right? So they had moved one person over to from receiver to corner for the game. And then I was like, oh, this is my chance. I'm about to go on varsity, right? Show people like I'm for real about this. And then instead they had put the dude that I was playing over, and they moved him up to varsity. Like, that's my boy, so I wasn't bad for him. But I was upset that, I'm having this really great year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting up no catches or nothing like that. And you're not gonna give me the chance to prove myself, at least. And then that just continued for the rest of the offseason, right? I just felt like he wasn't messing with me. And then we get to spring ball. I have a really great spring ball, all right? So I have a coming off a really good year at corner for my JV my junior year. Then I have a really good spring ball year, and I have a really good spring ball game. And we get to the end of the season, at the end of the year meetings. He's like, I'm gonna keep it honest with you, right? You played really good this year. I'm not gonna lie about that. You played really good this year. You played really good this spring. You just been playing really good. I was like, I appreciate it, coach. It's like I see you're being more physical. I like everything you're doing right here. But honestly, I don't like how your confidence is. So I'm gonna move this guy over here. I'll probably move him to corner, and you're probably not gonna be starting next year. And like I was like, what the fuck, man? I was over like I put all this work and you see the work I'm putting in. You just acknowledge all the work I've been putting in. And you're still not gonna let me start next year.
Yeah.
And then it was more or less the same. We got to the 7-on-7 tournaments, you know, because they have 4 seconds, no blitzing. So he had 4 seconds for a quarterback without any blitzes. It's a lot of time. So I'm over here playing the coverage like I'm supposed to, all right? He's looking left, he's looking right. So he has a lot of time to go back and forth between the field, and he has no pressure. So it's harder on the secondary. And I'm over here getting chewed out every game, right? I'm like, nah, man, I'm tired of this. I just didn't, and after he said that, I was contemplating on not putting football at all on my schedule, right? Just up and leaving. So, but I ended up putting it on. I do the spring. I signed up for the summer camp, summer practices. I do those first 3 games of the 7-on-7 this summer. The 4th game, I'm like, nah, I'm done. Like, I just don't go to the game. I skipped the whole month of July of practice. And I get there in August, like, yeah, I don't even really want to be here because, you know, I know he's not messing with me, you know. And then turns out he's not the coach no more for my position. So then I'm like, oh, okay. It's like this coach that was with me on JV, so he knows how I work and how I set up. And then I didn't play great in the scrimmage, like I said earlier. So I didn't play the first 2 games, which I'm not really mad at. I missed a whole month of practice, and I didn't play great in the scrimmage, so I'm not expecting to start. And then they finally gave me the chance. I started showing them, hey, this is what y'all got on JV when I was playing against those dudes. I'm bringing it right here. So, like, y'all are seeing now that I really had it in me. Y'all just didn't give me a chance. Y'all didn't believe in me. Yeah. And then once they started believing in me, that's when my confidence came up. It's just that having a coach that doesn't believe in you and if you feel like doesn't want to see you win, that does a toll on your confidence because, you know, I know you got to play for yourself, but at the same time, this is the guy that's supposed to be putting you in the right direction. Mm-hmm. And if he's not believing in you and doesn't think you can do what you want to do, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to feel good about yourself. If you don't feel good, you're not going to play good. That's exactly what was happening. I wasn't playing great because you told me you don't have confidence in me because I don't have confidence. How am I going to have confidence if you don't believe that I can do this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
he's supposed to be more than just a coach for you.
Exactly. And especially being my position leader, coach, right? I'd expected you to believe in me. Yeah. And the fact that you didn't, you know, what really threw me off, and that's why I really was thinking about quitting for the longest time. And at the end of the day, I'm glad I didn't because I was able to have fun with my friends. You know, I didn't because I knew I wasn't gonna play college football, and I knew that starting my sophomore year of high school, I was like, I'm not gonna play. I'm too small. I don't get enough playing time. So I was just there having fun with my friends. And then having him, you know, not looking down on me anymore, right? Yeah. Being able to play freely, being able to have people out there that support me and believe in me. You know, I was able to play even better than I had expected, right? Even though I only had 3 interceptions, I had the most interceptions on the team, right? I had a forced fumble, and then I had a bunch of pass deflections, and I played really good against some really good receivers. So I got to the point where, you know, he really held me back for not believing in me, for not, like, giving me the motivation that I needed at the time, you know, really not helping me not bringing me up. You know, he's really putting me down when I need someone to bring me up. Yeah. Especially the junior year, because my junior year was a really down time for me. Yeah. So that was the only point where I thought about, you know, quitting the game of football.
And now that you say that, I'm thinking about, like, my time playing, too. This is probably my senior year of high school. And it was around that time or not even my junior and my senior year, where everyone is starting to get recruited. And this is a time on my offensive line, my bad, I had a guy who was 6'7", I had a guy who was 6'4", and I was the 3rd tallest guy on my team, and which wasn't like crazy, but there were only a couple guys that wanted to play college ball, which was us 3. And at that point, it was one of those things to where it was like they were getting recruited, which is like they played amazing throughout their high school careers. And those are my boys, Logan and Robbie. Y'all are my guys. But it was also to the point where one of my coaches came up to me, and I was 6'1", almost 6'2" at the time. I grew to 6'2" now.
I wish.
But, yeah. But, I mean, I was 6'1" at the time, and my recruiting coordinator was just telling me, yeah, man, this is what coaches are thinking. But he also had it to where like he wasn't putting my name out to the same coaches that he was putting out with the other two because of my height in general. And that kind of, I won't say it took a toll on me because I put my name out to coaches in general. And two of the offers I got weren't even from him. And trust me, I love that coach to death. But it was like sometimes you gotta do things for yourself too. And whenever other people are getting recruited ahead of you, you still gotta think those are still your guys. Like you want them to get recruited, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also gotta look out for yourself too. And I'm so proud of them. And Robbie's gonna go to the league in a couple years, so I'm definitely excited for him. And it's just one of those things. And honestly, maybe not even playing football for me kind of helped me figure out what I wanted to do. Yeah, because I went into college, and I was like, I don't even know what to do at this point. And me not going to school for football, I wanted to go to this one school, but it was a private school, and it was so expensive. Y'all, I got like $37,000 in academic scholarship, but it was still around like $50 a year. So that was like the main reason I didn't want to go, because that was the main school I wanted to go to, but it just didn't work out how I wanted to. And just hearing my coach kind of say it's just because of your height was like one of the worst things you can hear. You feel me? Especially whenever I'm not even that short, and I know there are 6'1" linemen in the league right now who start. Like there's a 6'2" lineman who plays center. I know there's a 6'2" guard. Like my old offensive line coach used to send us guys like that getting drafted all the time. So it's just like I know I'm good at this game. Like I've talked to 2D1 schools, but it just didn't work out. But at the same time, just hearing that stuff from your own coach is just kind of like, okay, well, at this point, what can I do? So I kind of just help myself with them.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about some of our favorite coaches, man. You want to go first, or you want me to go first, man?
I'll go ahead and go first. So my first coach, I'm going to go with my boy, Coach Copeland. And he was
Buzz Lightyear.
Yes, sir. And he was with me basically all throughout high school, all 4 years, even when I transferred. So he was at me and Jreese's school, Heritage, whenever we were there. But he wasn't the offensive line coach.
He was a D-line coach because he coached my cousin. My cousin played at Heritage too. So my cousin, he was coaching my cousin for like 2 or 3 years.
But yeah, like I played defensive line too my freshman year. I played both ways. So at that point, he coached me that year, and then found out I was going to Memorial. He was happy, and just whenever we went to Memorial, I was the only kid from Heritage who played on the offensive line at Memorial. So him kind of being there really helped me, and especially being an offensive lineman, and he was my offensive line coach. And he was just one of the best things that could have happened to me, because if it wasn't for him being there, if it wasn't for him believing me, and I was one of the last guys on varsity. Like I got on varsity in the summer before the season even started. So it was just one of the last guys on the team, and he believed in me. Some of the other coaches believed in me. And another coach that is probably just my favorite coach of all time, and it was at Memorial. His name is Coach Grace. And Coach Grace is my favorite coach because he actually made it seem like everybody had my back. Everybody believed in me, and he had my back the most. And it was mainly because he was our offensive coordinator, but he cared about the trenches the most. And it was just a really good coach, bro. Like, we'd be in the weight room, and we'd be doing maxes, and I'd literally struggle on the last one I'm doing. He'd be like, put 5 more pounds on. and I'd be like, Coach, I can't do it. And he'd like, put 5 more pounds on. And I put 5 more pounds on, and I do it again. Like, literally, this man has had my back through thick and thin. I went to him for a couple of things in high school. it's giving me a ride home once, bro. Like, most definitely one of like my favorite coach of all time.
Yeah, man, I got a few coaches up here. I have Coach Hooper, man. Coach Hoop, that's my guy, man. I love Coach Hooper. I remember my senior year because, right when like after my art season, we had everything had shut down for COVID. So we had like a outdoor kind of walk through graduation, and then I remember I walked up, coach said, "Hey Reese, where you playing this fall?" He's the only one that asked me if I was playing college ball. Like I ended up not playing, but I really appreciated it. Like I really felt like he was one of the coaches that really believed in me. Mm-hmm. You know, he used to be my position coach when I was a freshman and a sophomore in high school. Then he moved over to coach his wide receivers, which he was more comfortable with because he played a little bit of wide receiver in the league. So, but yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite coaches. Coach Priest, he was only there my freshman year, but he was the safety coach, I think, and he did all the DBs for freshmen, for freshman football, and then he was just one of my favorite coaches. You know, he put me in, he believed in me. You know, I remember when I grew out the fro. You know, he was digging the fro. I remember after practice, he was like, Reese, where you from? I was like, this hair nice. You got some nice hair, boy. I was like, I appreciate it, coach. As I tell you, when I was running, that fro was moving, boy. That fro was moving. I also have Coach Bear Guest, also Coach Davis.
I like that guy.
Coach Davis. He's just the energy guy, man. He's just so fun. I remember we went out for one of my boys' birthdays after practice one day. And then Coach Guest had pulled up. He said, I can't be here with y'all. It's like against the rules. But hey, Hamilton, my bad, Hamilton. But he said, here you go. Gave him a little bit of money for his birthday. Said, happy birthday, my boy.
Yes,
sir. Bro was just an energy guy. I remember one day after practice, he was just there. We were freestyling. He said, what y'all doing? And then he came over. He said, give me a beat. And bro started rapping. Like, he was just a funny guy, man.
Are you ready to run through a wall for that guy?
Exactly, dude. And that he believed in me as a running back my freshman year. Like he gave me a chance, and then I'll talk about a little bit more of that later. You know, this is a real long episode, man. It's gonna be a real long episode. But my last coach is Coach Welch. He was my first coach when I first started playing football. You know, in pads and everything, back at Roach. You know, and he kind of just guided me, man. He was another energy guy. You know, we didn't get to meet him because he went to Moss and I went to Roach. But I love Coach Welch, man. He only coached me 1 year because then he stopped coaching so he could focus on his family and watch his son play because his son was playing somewhere else. So I would kind of wish I got that second year with him. But yeah, definitely Coach Welch is up there. You know, we've talked about a lot of stories today, man. You got any other stories you want to tell the people at home listening?
I mean, nothing crazy, but most definitely I got one. Not even a specific story, but it's just one of those things to get closer with the guys you're playing with. And my junior and senior year, we ended up going to, the offensive line. We went to our quarterback, Charlie Flowers. We went to his house every single week for dinner the night before the game. And we'd be there. And the thing is, it wouldn't even be about football the night before the game. And it would just be one of the most enjoyable things we've done throughout the semester. And just, it was cool just chilling with him and his family. We don't even got to talk about the game tomorrow because we've already been preparing all week. And even after that, you got things like close losses, bro. There's this one story. We played against Lake Dallas my junior year. And we were up in the game, and they were driving, and they had the ball at like the 30-yard line. And me and my boy Robbie, we're on the sideline, and we're looking at this corner right in front of us. We're on defense, and we're like, bro, we're about to get cooked. We are about to get cooked. You can probably take a guess on who it is, Jaden. I'm not finna name drop though.
Nah, name it.
No, that'd be so bad. But this man gets a PI, and they get like 30 yards off one play, and then they're like at the maybe more than 30, maybe even like 40, bro. And then you got the next play, and they're finna throw it to the same guy because they've been throwing it to the same like 6'4" receiver all game. and one of our guys, he was one of the most athletic guys on our team. They ended up the corner from the play before, and our other corner switched, and it was one of the most athletic guys we've had on the team. He just really didn't care to be at our school, which is why things really didn't work out for him, I'm guessing. But he ended up playing that, and he was staring at the quarterback. And there were two corners on like if you're on the defense side, there was two corners on the left side of the field. And I'm looking at it, and he's looking at the quarterback, like, and they're really about to snap the ball. I'm like, bro, this guy's about to get cooked on a go. I'm talking to Robbie. And Robbie's not even saying anything. He's like locked in watching. I'm like, bro, like he's about to get cooked. And when I tell you, this man runs a go, and this man gets cooked. And they end up scoring a touchdown, and we have like 26 seconds left to score. And I was so mad when that happened, y'all, because I literally called it. Because there is no reason you're actually looking at the quarterback right now when you're the furthest away from the ball.
Were y'all in man?
I don't even know.
Because if you're in zone, you got to look at the quarterback. Like, you're coached to keep your eyes on the quarterback the whole time. But at the same time, there's deep eyes that you have to look at. So if his eyes are looking deep, they probably were. He should have dropped.
Bro, that don't matter to me because he got cooked. Like, it don't even matter to me, bro. But it was one of those games where you really shouldn't have lost, but you ended up losing. I'm pretty sure that was our homecoming too, bro. So that's what made it even worse. Like, we would have won our homecoming.
The bitches were watching.
Yeah, bro, they were.
Bro was not Jordan Poole, I guess.
Yeah, and then one of the things I was mainly proud about, at least my senior year, I had a really good year my senior year, and I didn't think I was going to get this, but we have a banquet at the end of the year, and I didn't think it was going to go to me, but I ended up getting Offensive Lineman of the Year award, because they basically went, like, our awards kind of went through, like, statistics, basically, and I had the best stats out of every lineman in our group that year, and I went in there, I was like, dang, I was just there, I thought Robbie was going to win it or something, but I ended up winning it, and all of them were proud of me, and that was really good for me, too. Like, those are my dogs. I love them to death. And just that was a really fun night for me, and I ended up making second team all-district that year, too. I was so mad I didn't get first, y'all, because even though I didn't get first, guys who were in front of me were respectable. I'm pretty sure Cole Hudson was in first. He plays tackle at the University of Texas right now. And I'm pretty sure that there was this other guy. He played for Lovejoy, and he also went D1. I don't know exactly where he went, but he went D1 too, so I was like, I guess that's fair. So I wasn't really tripping. And I even played against guys like Nate Anderson. If y'all know, I know most Frisco guys know him. And he was a really high-ranked guard coming out of college. I don't know if he's played at OU much, but I think he's a senior this year too. But I don't know if he redshirted or not. But that was definitely those are some really fun years of my life. And just one of the things, especially with that award that I got, I didn't think I'd get it. And that really showed me that people believed in me too, especially my offensive line coach, because he was excited to bring that award to me. Even my junior year, whenever Coach Copeland ended up leaving, that was whenever we figured out we really had to lock in. Because imagine getting a new position coach your senior year.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the guys got a concussion like first game and got benched like the rest of the year. Because, I mean, another guy stepped up and he played well. But it was just one of those things to where like you got to lock in, really just sit there and be like contemplate and be like, I need to tap in right now, play my best. And I love my next coach. I forgot to even write his name, Coach Bass, bro. Coach Bass was really good coach, and I love that guy. He has to do some crazy drills sometimes, but it was all for the better, bro. And one of the best coaches I've had in the span of a year. So yeah, that was mainly all the stories I really wanted to tell. None of them were really like long, but just lessons and stuff like that.
And those are pretty good stories, man. Some great stories, man. I don't know if I can top them. I don't have much, but I have one. Because like I said earlier, I had 3 turnovers my senior year. I had that one interception I talked about earlier. I had another interception where it was I was in man, and then I was playing the outside corner, and then this dude was talking trash all game. Like, bro thought he was good. Bro was bad. Like, bro had caught because he was
was bad.
Because bro was playing in the slot at first, and then bro would push off. So I tripped, and then he like got me on the out route because he pushed off me when I'm playing in the slot, and I tripped. And then he did it, and they didn't throw it to him, so he did it again, and they threw it him this time. But this time, after I tripped, he tripped because bro's just pushing off. Like, bro's like, this dude's trash. He can't guard me. So they threw him a hitch route. A couple, like, right before half. They're going down the field. They're in their own territory. They're on, like, the 40-yard line. They throw a hitch, which is, if you don't know what a hitch is a 5-yard route where they run 5 yards and they stop, turn around. I'm in man. I'm at his hip. He catches the ball. But bro's soft. So when he comes down with the ball, I ripped that thing out of his hands because bro's weak. So I'm like, I got the ball. I picked that off. And then bro throws me on the ground. Like, bro's on the ground. I'm like, bro, like, you suck, bro. You're sorry, bro. I'm over there cheering my teammates. Like, bro's not nice. Like, and then bro thought he was him, but he really wasn't. They ended up winning the game, so he was still talking trash. But, like, bro, you're not doing anything, bro. Like, you're like 6'2". You just got mossed by a 5'8" corner. Like, what do you want, brother? Like,
what school was this?
This was Centennial, bro.
Bro, Centennial was so trash.
They were garbage, bro. They scored. They won off of a fake punt to like their running back because their running back was good.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. He was nice.
And then later that season, I got a forced fumbled on accident because it was cold outside. So like I had like 2 shorts on. I couldn't feel my body. And the running back got the ball. This is a big running back. I just threw my body at him, and the ball came out. And then I guess we had got the ball. I went over to the sideline, and coach was like, Reese, you see you got that fumble? I was like, there was a fumble on the field? Like, I didn't even know. I just hit him. I thought I got the tackle. It was like you gotta keep your head up. I was like, no, I guess so. But there was that. And like I said, I had played running back. And then I remember my freshman year, like I was talking with Coach Guest, because he was the only one that really thought I was a pretty good running back. I had the potential to be a good running back.
Yeah.
Because I played running back and receiver a little bit my freshman year. And then I remember the very first game, we were playing Lone Star, and this is their B team. So I was like, and they were beating us because we were bad. But, like, what's it called? We still won, like, 6-4 that year. But, like, we were getting shat on. And then, they put me in our running back at the end of the game. Like, I played corner earlier, but this is my first snap at running back. First play, I get the ball. I go, like, 5, 6, 7 yards, something like that. Get tripped and go down. I'm like, all right, bet. They give me the ball again. It's like, oh, he got 7 yards. Let him eat.
Yeah.
And I'm in the pile. We're all pushing. We're driving. Ball gets ripped out of my arms, and they take it all the way to the end zone.
That's insane.
I was just there like, what? I was like,
bro got stripped.
I was like, God dang. Like, because it was like this big dude. I was like, why are you on the field, bro? You're too big to be doing all this. Go sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Like, y'all up by too much. But then later that game, like, I was playing, like, they had put me in one game. I hadn't played all game. They put me in at the very end of the game. From 20 yards out, I scored a rushing touchdown on my very first play because they're soft, bro. I'm just kidding. But they couldn't handle me, bro. They wasn't ready. I yank, dink, dink. Like, I'm quick. So the game, then we had a bye week, and then like after the bye week, coach was like, hey, Reese, you know what? I'm going to start you this game. I'm like, say less. I'm going to start, coach. I got you. First 3 plays, I get the ball once, and I go for like a yard or 2 because I get tripped at the line of scrimmage because there was no hole. And then coach takes me out for the rest of the game. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm starting this game, and you're not, like, y'all gave me the ball once. I couldn't do nothing. But a couple games later, we play, like, Lebanon Trail, and we're getting blown out. And I'm like, okay, they put me in the last drive of the game. We're in, like, a 2nd and 30 or something, 2nd 38. And I get, like, 20 yards on, like, one run. Like, I don't think it's 20. It was probably, like, 10 or 15. But, like, it was a designated run inside. I hit the hole. And there was no hole. I was like, dink, dink, hit that thing outside, and I get fetched from the back. And coach just came up to me. He was like, if you put your mind to it, you could be a really good running back. I didn't end up playing running back, but that was really good memories. I like playing offense. I was just better at defense. Mm-hmm. If I would have applied myself to offense, I probably would have been pretty okay. But I was still I felt like I was too undersized to play running back really well.
Now that you say that, I have, or you still got one more, right?
I got a couple. You can go ahead.
But There was this one game. I was just thinking about it like as Jreese was speaking, and it was my first time playing in Prosper Stadium, and it was probably.
Was this in high school or was
this is in high school, and besides like the Lebanon Trail game my sophomore year, probably the most fun I've had in a game. And the game started off like really bad. They were getting, we played Prosper Rock Hill. They were over here getting onside kicks, bro. Like our defense was selling, and our offense was too. Like our quarterback at the time ended up throwing like 2 picks and fumbled too. So, and Charlie wasn't starting at the time, but they ended up bringing Charlie back in the game, and that's when everything changed, bro. And the offensive line was already playing good. So, like, we saw Charlie back in the game because we've been playing with Charlie since the school opened. Yeah. So, I won't say it was, like, a connection thing, but, like, Charlie definitely got us more than our backup quarterback did. And whenever he came in, it was just all rain, bro. Like, I'll tell you, we're getting pancakes every play. There was this one play. I think this is the play to take the lead. We ended up winning this game 35-33, and we ended up running a quarterback designated run to the right side. When I tell you, I'll try to find the film on it, and we end up running that. Everybody got a pancake on this play. Every single offensive lineman. And it was like, it's literally like music to my ears, bro. Like, and that's why I be telling y'all, like, bro, whenever I watch NFL, I'm just watching the offensive line for real. Because it's like, it's crazy to see how things actually work. And especially like Lions versus Chargers, where you saw David Montgomery first play in the offensive line.
It's pushing them 3 yards off the line.
Yes, bro. It's literally a sight to see. I mean, we were doing that to him all second half, and it was so nice to see, bro. Charlie was throwing dots, bro. We ran the ball right down their throat, and people were trying to talk mess to the offensive line. Like, bro, we ran the ball up the middle one time, and this guy was getting up. I was like, better luck next time, buddy.
You was talking trash?
Bro, one time I got a flag thrown on me because Robbie was talking trash. I was like, this is racially motivated, bro.
I ain't never talked trash, bro. I had one thing I did after a pass breakup. I just crossed my arms and said, nope.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, my celebration was trash. I've been thinking about it ever since I graduated. I was like, I needed a better celebration. I got a better celebration now. I stole Darius Slay's the finger wag. I stole that shit. But I was like, damn, I should have did this shit in high school. I suck.
Yeah, bro. Whenever I was in high school, I really only talked mess whenever Robbie talked mess because my trash talk wasn't that good in high school, but I would definitely talk my mess. But Robbie was so OD with it to where it was like, I'm not going to let him talk trash alone. I'm gonna call you trash too. I'm going to say you suck.
Nah, I ain't talk trash. I was too small to talk trash. If I got them mad at me, I'd have been like, nah. I'd be messing with them. I'd be like telling jokes on the side. Yeah. Because I'm a funny guy.
Bro, only time that we told jokes was whenever it was like the end of the game. We'd be like, what y'all finna go eat after this? Or what y'all eat pregame? But stuff like that, bro.
But whenever I saw like a big old receiver, I said, bro, what the fuck you be eating?
No, for real.
Because I have to guard him. So I'm like, bro, what are you eating, bro? It's like, put me on.
Bro, when I tell you, we had to block this one guy, I swear, bro, was like 400 pounds. And we were like, bro, what did you eat today, bro?
Bro, when your stomach starts to hurt, that means to stop.
I know, bro. It was crazy, but most definitely, I wasn't like too much of a trash talker. But if my boys was talking trash, I was not finna let them talk trash alone. Most definitely.
Nah, I remember it was this a couple months ago when we were playing an intramural game. It was that first playoff game, and then we remember that one big black dude on that team. I
remember,
bro. Like what's it called? I went over to his because I was the safety, so I was over on his side.
The guy was playing end, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, big dog. He looked at me and was like, what the fuck you be eating? Bro just started laughing, bro, at the line of scrimmage. Because bro was like too small.
Bro got around me once and said, you got to be quicker than that.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, say no more. And I didn't let him get around me again.
Nah, bro. That dude was too big. Man, I used to be a kick returner too, bro. Like, sometimes I put me in and out, bro. It was my first game at kick returner, bro. It was the first kick of the game, right? We were getting the ball first. The ball got lost in the air in the sun. Hit me in the helmet.
You suck.
Let me tell the story. It hit me in the helmet and rolled to the back of the end zone. And I could have just let it go there because it bounced, but it was in the back of the end zone. I didn't like grab it or anything, so I could have picked it up or anything. I could have like sat on it, got the knee. I didn't know that. I picked the ball up and I'm over here. I was trying to look for a hole. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the end zone. There's like 4 dudes around me. Yank, yank, dink, dink. I'm running.
Boy,
Bro,
you thought you was cold.
Bro, I ran like 25 yards, 25, 30 yards. I get shoelace tackled.
You suck.
Because, bro, I was really bad at keeping my feet driving. If I would have kept my feet driving, I would have scored.
Bro,
And then, but like in middle school, they used to have me at returner every game.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped the ball every time.
You suck.
I wasn't good at it. I got better at it when I got to high school. But I still dropped. It still hit me in the helmet that one game. Then later that season, I like juked 2 dudes. But like, what's it called? When I caught the ball, but like there was no blocking at all. So like I got tackled immediately.
There was this one play. We ended up playing Lovejoy. It was our junior year. And our receiver caught a slant, and he fumbled, and the ball was in the end zone. And me and Rob, we're trying to go get the
Which
ball.
one of y'all scored? Which one of y'all?
Rob scored. Rob scored.
You
But
suck.
the thing is, like, we both fell at the same time, but I fell, like, on top of him.
Okay.
I'll have to get the picture. But it's a funny picture. And it was one of the things that me and Rob still argue about to this
Bro,
day.
he wanted it more.
I guess he did,
He
bro.
wanted it more.
And he got the touchdown on the stat sheet, I think.
Man, I know you mad. I know you not mad, but you jealous.
Sick, bro.
You jealous.
Sick. Rob, when I see you, it's up, bro.
It's on site, Playboy.
It's on site.
And another thing I want to talk about real quick is I went to some Michael Crabtree football camps. And I remember one. I think it was the first one I went to, and then there was a hella NFL people there. It was Michael Crabtree, obviously. Amari Cooper was there. Khalil Mack, Ted Ginn, and then all of them. I was trying to get someone's autograph, bro. You know whose autograph I ended up getting? EJ Manuel.
That's crazy.
Bro, you know EJ Manuel's trash.
I know, bro.
I kept watching the shirt, bro. I got the signature off of that shit.
No way you washed the signature off.
Bro, EJ Manuel didn't play a single snap, bro. Bro was never a starter.
Didn't you miss a camp with, like, Michael Vick there or something?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, bro. Michael Vick is my favorite player of all time. And then it was my freshman year. And then I was at home. I was watching the Eagles game. I had my Michael Vick jersey on, bro. It was on my body. And then what's it called? And then earlier that week, Coach he said, "Hey, I need somebody to help. You want to help Jreese at the 7-on-7 camp? You won't be playing, but I need your help with it." I was like, "Hell no, I don't want to help." I was like, "I'm not gonna play it. That's gonna be boring." And then like I'm at home chilling, and I look at my friend's snap. That boy Matt Sanders. That boy Matt was posted up and Mike Vick going crazy. Oh, it's like, no. I was in the living room. I was like, oh my God. I was just yelling.
That's insane.
I was so mad, bro, because the thing is, I was down the street, and then what's it called? I was like, bro, did I pull up? He was like, nah, it's too late, bro. He's already gone. I was about to cry, bro. Because he's like, bro, that's my favorite player. I was like, that's my favorite player too. I was like, fuck, bro. I was like, God, bro. I was so upset, bro. Like, that's the one thing I've been so mad about. Like, I bet DeMarcus Lawrence, bro. Like DeMarcus Lawrence, he's cool, but I want to be Michael Vick, bro. That's my favorite player of all time. Like, that's you if you met Cam Newton.
Boy.
Imagine, bro. Imagine you're like, you have a day off of work, right? Like, this is back when you were working at Home Depot, right? And you're like, hey, you want to come in, Jalen? We need a little help. It's like, no, I'm straight.
No.
And then your boys, look at on Snapchat, your boys posted up at Cam Newton.
I'd be so sick. I'd go into work. I'd clock in.
No. And it's like, bro, I'm about to pull up. He's like, it's too late. It's too late.
Bro, I'd be so mad.
Bro,
I'd crash out, bro.
I was upset, man.
I'd crash out.
All right, man. We better wrap up our episode, but do you have any advice you have for younger people trying to play sports or that are playing sports?
I mean, just any advice I have for you, always bet on yourself. I'll say that, like, if you start playing a sport, I mean, you can start because you like it. I don't really. It just depends on how you start. I mean, if your parents sign you up and you like it. I mean, I feel like that's how, like, everybody gets into sports. Your parents are going to sign you up whenever you're young. But, I mean, most definitely, if you like it, stick with it. But always, like, play for yourself, too. Like, don't try to play because you think it's beneficial to your mom or your dad. Like, you can find other things to do. Mm-hmm. And I've seen that throughout my lifetime. And most definitely, if you're finna go play sports, just to always just bet on yourself, bro. And that's really just life advice in general, bro. Like, you got to bet on yourself with anything you do. So that's mainly all I got.
Yeah. That's some good advice. I have pretty much the same thing, man. I just you have to find a way to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it because your parents want you to. Don't do it because your friends are telling you to do it. Don't do it because you think it's cool to play a sport. Don't do it because you think you're gonna get hoes. I promise you, if you have no hoes before you play a sport, you're gonna have no hoes after.
However, if you're like in 7th grade or something, bro, 8th grade, and your friends tell you to play football,
Oh yeah.
then I'd try it out. But if you're like in high school, bro,
Yeah.
you can try something else.
Like, if you're gonna play the sport, you gotta find a reason to love it. If you don't like playing the sport specifically, if you like playing it out with your friends at practice or at the games, play for that. You know what I'm saying? Play your high school career so you can play with your friends, so you can have fun with your friends. If you enjoy the sport, if you have love for the sport, play because you love the sport.
Yeah, just always have
Right?
a reason you're doing something.
Like me, I didn't have when I was about to quit, I didn't have a reason to play, right? You know what I'm saying? Like my friends, I wanted to play with them, but I wasn't playing, so I would have just been there. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't have anyone to believe in me. I was gonna play. I didn't have no reason to play, but I had to look inside myself. I'm like, is this what you're gonna do? I was like, yeah, a little motivation from my parents, my family. I decided, I do enjoy playing the game. I do enjoy the game of football. I'm not gonna let this take my love away for the sport. And then I do want to have fun with my friends. So that's the reason why I went into it.
That's also one more thing. Don't let people take away your love for the game just because of how they feel. And that even goes back to whenever Jreese was talking about his coach, whenever he was finna quit. Like, if you truly love something, that's you. Don't let other people try to bring you down. And that's still, like, life advice, bro. So that's all I got for you.
Yeah, man, that's going to wrap up our episode. We'll be back on Monday with some more NFL, some more NBA talk. We'll be back next week. We have a special episode next week. Next week will be our Thanksgiving special. So you have something to look forward to. You have anything to say, Jay, to the people out listening at home?
I ain't got nothing to say. Thank y'all for tuning in week in and week out.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all.
All right, catch y'all.